And Pau Gasol, after some great years and some difficult years, talks about now his newfound excitement playing with the Chicago Bulls.
I mean, I think it's been noticeable.
I think you'd have to say that Gasol's decision to go to Chicago. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Noah. Portis comes in for Pau Gasol. Mirotic is checked in for Jared Dudley. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Brooks. Jason Smith, he's checked in for the Pistons. Freak comes in for Langston Galloway. Rose is the one with Butler as the two. Mirotic is out there with Portis. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Soon, that's in, and he's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Rose up on top. He's covered by Thompson. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Drummond. Humphries comes in for Smith. And it's T.J. Warren in for Johnson. And it's Freak missing.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Rose with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. And it's Rose penetrating. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting. Thompson dishes to Freak. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hawks just played phenomenal. He finished with 42 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, it would be amazing.
Yeah, it really would be, because you know now the defense is going to be focused squarely on him. They're going to make sure that he doesn't beat him again.
Rose kicks to Mirotic. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And yes, sir, that one drops. And it's 8 points for Jimmy Butler. 56 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Thompson passes to Baines. To the middle. Fader on the way. And again, another one in from Freak. And the Pistons lead by 7.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Pistons leading by 7. There's 25 seconds left in the first half. Warren dishes to Baines. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Rose against Thompson. Now here's Rose. Defense right on him. Just 3 on the clock. No good.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants. And in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Pistons, Sue, he's in at shooting guard. Andre Drummond is out there with Tristan Thompson. Then it's Johnson, and it's Galloway in at the 1.
How about that screen by Noah?
So it's the Pistons now. They've led by as many as 14 points. Their last encounter was in Detroit.
And across the board in that game, guys, they shot the lights out.
Rarely do you see a team shoot like that from everybody. I mean, they were getting scoring from every position all over the court.
Butler on the wing. Here's the three. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 6 assists now in the game.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on. What a competitor, Kevin. He's been looking for a shot all game long, and he's really shouldered the load for them offensively.
And it's sent back by Drummond.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that.
By Thompson. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop for the finish. Noah with the block. Rose with the ball. He's got 8. Noah the screen. On its way from Dudley for 2. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Dudley's got his second basket.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Johnson, a wide open look. Another shot. And it's laid up and in by Thompson. Thompson's got 10 points in the game.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Rose double-teamed. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Andre Drummond picks one up. Bulls shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. Brooks checked in for Rose. And a switcher also for Detroit. Smith checked in for Andre Drummond. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Pistons leading by 6. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And that one's good. Freak's got 6 in the quarter. Well, Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. To the inside, Butler. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Now Brooks. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No telling how much larger the lead would be if it wasn't for his shooting. I mean, come on, this guy's kept them in it.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Out to the right wing. And Dudley kicks to Gasol. Up top, Dudley. He's guarded by Johnson. 6 to shoot. And Butler, here we go. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
What a stellar outing in this one for Butler. He has 17 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion.
Pistons leading by 6. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. And it's Mirotic in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Detroit's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. The screen from Thompson. Galloway kicks to Freak. Goes up from the top of the key. No good off the front iron.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
And it's Rose penetrating. No good from 18. And for the Pistons, their shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's foul number 2 for him.
Boy, this game has really started to heat up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, I tell you what, I don't mind it. You don't either, it sounds like. Good offense is entertaining, and that's exactly what we're getting.
Jared Dudley's checked in for Mirotic. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Bulls trail by 8. Outside Rose. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And that one's good. Freak. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Detroit.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
But also, they put the offense on its heel. Look at the number of steals they've been able to get. And that's something they also can take great pride in. He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him. Because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work them over the rest of the game.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Noah the screen. Rose attacking. Noah's shot is off.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the
Soon, that's good, and so Galloway with the assist. 34 points for Freak.
just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. If they want things to be easy on themselves here late, make sure he has the ball.
And it's Rose missing.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but, man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got the lead up to 14 now for the Pistons.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Detroit with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. No luck.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-overs. You got to finish the job.
Noah the screen. Here's Rose. No good. The Pistons go the other way with it. Galloway kicks to Freak. Rejected by Gasol. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. He feeds it to Dudley. Puts it up from 15. It's hauled in by Warren.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
The dish to Drummond. Pass to Freak. Good. Freak's got 16 points here in the second half.
I love the killer instinct he shows right there, exploding to the rim to add to the lead.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He told them that they simply have to step up, saying if we don't make a move now, it's going to be too late. Give them everything you've got. Kevin?
Johnson, he's checked in for Detroit. That free throw good from Butler.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress. He's done a much better job of getting to the line here, aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Here's Hune. Some solid defense from Butler.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Outside Rose. Kicks to Butler. Back to Rose. 5 on the clock. And it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Oh, he has just struggled here offensively in the quarter.
Good.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Pistons.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one, Kevin, and then they do it again. It worked.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
Just breaking the spirit of their opponent 3 straight times this year. This win is going to give them a perfect 3-0 record with only 1 game left to go on the season against the Bulls.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Freak. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
They're in the position they're in right now thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
It's Butler that time on the assist by Rose.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him, but again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
Johnson outside. Pass to Freak, 16 feet away. Chicago grabs the miss.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Rose attacking, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 11 assists. Galloway, the pass to Freak. And Detroit again with the bucket.
And the fans already heading for the exits. Clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones.
What a play.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth-quarter performance. He really had the fire lit. And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And in our matchup tonight, checking out Cleveland. They haven't just one win in 5 games. And as we come up to the midway point of the season, Kenny, we're seeing some of the veterans who started slower now picking up the pace.
Well, I think early on, a lot of times, if you've been in the playoff for some veterans, the early going in the season is a little mundane. But then as you start seeing the light at the tunnel, they don't pace themselves anymore. And you want to make sure that you're in playoff position to make something special happen at the end of the year.
Excellent use of the word mundane, by the way. How about you, Shaq?
Well, Monday, experience told me when you need to go hard and when you need to pull back. You know, the best veterans will be there when it matters the most.
That's mundane, not
I thought
Monday.
he said Monday.
Like mundane, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Got it, my bad.
2 different things.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
We are live from the Palace of Auburn Hills for this Eastern Conference battle featuring the Pistons here in Detroit. Cleveland is working their way through a road trip going into today's game. And, of course, the continued absence of Brandon Jennings, the story for this team.
I hear you, Kevin, but really it's an issue for both teams in regards to the injury situation. So it's a matter of which team can rise up and show the fortitude necessary to play through the injuries and still come out on top.
And there's probably a lot of sympathy these teams have for one another. They're both going through it, if you will, at the same time.
And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Reggie Jackson out there with Iman Shumpert. Then it's Mozgov. Then it's Smith. And it's Gallinari in its small forward. Jackson has the open look. That three off the mark. Cleveland on defense. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And you know what? A shame that either team had to lose that game because you had to be proud of the way they battled in it.
Yeah, I suppose that's right, but it still was heartbreaking. I mean, you want to come out on top if you're going to play those extra minutes.
Here's Jackson following the basket by Stanley Johnson. And there's Mozgov. That's good on the assist by Jackson.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Here's Galloway. Drummond a screen. Galloway kicks to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Drummond, and there's another one for the Pistons.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And for Detroit, they come in off a good outing against the Bulls.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just... Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
And I tell you what, nobody willing to put a stop to that slam.
Yeah, Greg, for the defense, that was a case of stand back, watch the show, buckle up.
And I don't blame them. They weren't going to be able to do anything about that one anyway, so discretion, the better part of valor there.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Here's Thompson. The Cavaliers making the shot, and the shot is good. Drummond's got his second basket of the night.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100%. Can't do better than that.
Pass to Shumpert. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Galloway. 9-point game his last outing. Shoots from 14, and the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss the way they're knocking these shots down. Boy, everything's pure.
Out to Gallinari. Back to Smith. Rebound by the Pistons. It was a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
Yeah, a dominant win for them their last time in this matchup. And what jumps off the stat page was their advantage on the boards.
Yeah, they were overpowering it inside, and you've really got to like their chances, Greg, if they can replicate that tonight.
Now here's Shumpert following the miss by Freak. Great open look there.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
Drummond with a screen on Jackson. Galloway, the pass to Drummond. Rebounded by Jackson.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Shumpert, no good. The Pistons leading. Johnson dishes to Galloway. Ring shot on the way. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Shumpert gets a wide open look. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And that's now 7 points for Iman Shumpert. For Detroit, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Here's Sune. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%. Cleveland's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. To the paint. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. 2 shots. That free throw good from Gallinari. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Humphries comes in for Thompson. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Johnson. And Hollis Thompson subbed in for Freak. Gallinari hits them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Picked by Humphries. Galloway kicks to Humphries. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Gallinari with it. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Utah Jazz.
And they were just struggling to stop him. They sent him to the line over and over, and the free throws were a big part of the game.
Here's Galloway. They set the pick. The pass to Warren. There's Galloway. Just 5 to shoot. Pistons leading by 5. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Sue in a 2-guard. Andre Drummond is out there with Humphries. Then there's Warren, and it's Thompson in at the 1.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bulls delivered quite a performance. He ended up with 44 points and collected 6 huge rebounds to go with that. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know what? It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that win.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time.
Detroit making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. Jackson passes to Olynyk. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas.